Okay, so good evening and welcome to class. My name is Anieti Etuk, and I'll be the one to handle this data analytics class today. And as our custom is, we'll start by saying welcome to everybody that took our time to be part of today's class. If you're watching this video, uh, you can always download the video or take a replay and then check for all the different steps that we have gone through. So, on an official note, I want to say welcome, and you can see Not is in class, Comfort is in class, Jonas is in class. Okay, so welcome. If you're in class and you can hear me, if it is loud and clear, just say loud and clear. Let me know that we are on the same page. Please, if you can hear me, just say loud and clear. Let me have the persons that we can start with. If you're joining this class for the first time, want to say welcome to class, and on behalf of my team, I want to say thank you for joining us today. This class is about data analytics. We started a project. We did part one where we did the cleaning, and then part two we did the modeling. Last week we did the visuals and we started building the dashboard. Today we are to complete the dashboard. So if you're just joining us and you're trying to think how far we have come, you can check the previous videos in the description section for how far we have come. And also, if you're asking about the data set will be added in the description section after this video. So on that note, I'm getting feedback from Fola, from Comfort, from Ejiba, from Dima, from Oliver, from Mr. Austin, that it is loud and clear. So on that note, let's begin the class. I'll quickly pull up my dashboard concerning where we stopped in the previous class, and then we'll go on quickly from there. So let me bring up my 1 minute. I'm sharing my screen so we can be on the same page. Okay, so I want to assume strongly that you can see my screen, and so let's go. This is where we stopped in the previous class. We built the dashboard up to this point. We remember it's a HRO analysis that we're working on, where the company wants to promote the staff that have worked for a period of 7 years and above. So we're supposed to analyze this data and also come up with recommendations and other things for the company. So that's what we're working on today. I want to show us a sample of the finished work. So this is what we're building. This is a sample of the dashboard, the finished work. So this is what we are building, and this is where we are. So on that note, I want to quickly get straight to it. We have done the parts for the age and gender distribution. We have done the part for the marital status, and we have done the part for employment. So next, we want to work on the departments. So we go to the departments table, and we copy it up to this point, and we bring it down here. And we right click on this, and we say fill, we say no fill, and we say outline, we say no outline. So it gives us this. Okay, then we can hold down the shift button and click these three at the same time. And then we do D, and we bring it down to this point. So I think I'll take myself off the screen so that we have more space, and we can have there will be no issue of me blocking the screen. So let me do this. Let me come this way. Okay. So I think it's better this way. And okay, we can reduce the size of this a little. Okay. Then reduce the size of this a little. Okay, so this will be by departments. Stretch this, and we click on this. Remember, we said for the axis, we make the fonts to be purple, just purple. And then for the data labels, we make it purple and bold. So we make it purple, and we also make it bold, and we click OK. So that's for the distribution by gender, by department. So click on this and we say departments. Okay, the next one we want to bring in the salary range. So let's go to the salary range. We copy this, and we come to this point. If you have questions, please, at the point, I will stop and ask us to come up with our questions, and we'll entertain all the questions. Okay, so we can also right click on this, and we say the fill, no fill, and we say the outline, no outline. We bring this down a little, and we click on the axis here. Remember the font, we change the color to purple. And for the data labels, we change the color font to purple, and then we make it bold. And we say, okay, so this will be salary range. Okay, then we do one more for the state. So if we go to the state, we have the top 5 selected, and we come to this point and we click here, and we bring it up to this point. Okay, so we go here and we say okay, and we click on this. We go to the fonts, make it purple, and we make it bold, and we say okay. For the background, click on it and we say no outline. We click on the fill and we say no fill. Okay, and take this down a little, stretch it this way, and stretch it this way. So this will be employments. This will be top 5 states of origin. Okay. So we have the charts. This is what we use. These are the basic charts for our design. The next thing I'll show us how to bring in slicers. So how to bring in slicers, then how to format your slicer so that your slicer will look like this. As we normally do, 1 minute quickly. Any question in the group? Any question from anybody in the group? Let's quickly take questions. Any question from anybody? Any question? If no question, just say continue. I need at least one person to say continue, and we proceed. Any question concerning how far we have come? Okay, so I have Albert, I have Comfort, I have Emeka, I have Samuel say continue. Okay, good. Thank you very much for that feedback. Okay, so we get on to the next stage. This is our dashboard. So now let's talk about slicers. Now, in this particular presentation, we will need one basic slicer that is very important. Is based on the objective, which is the promotion. So we want to see persons that are due for promotion. And since we're using direct pivot table, we'll just click on the pivot table, the pivot chart, and we go to pivot chart analyze, and we go to insert slicer. So one of the key charts, the key slicers we need is the one that has to do with promotion. So we come to promotion, and then we say, I just come to promotion here. I can pick from here, or I go to promotion the other way. Any of them you pick from will see it was the same outcome. So I come to promotion and I say I need a slicer for promotion status, and it gives me this slicer. So if I bring this slicer here, this slicer can control only these charts. If I click here, it will control only these charts. So we want the slicer to control all the charts. Now, how do we do that? We do what is called report connection. So right click on the slicer and we go to report connection, and we check all the boxes. And we say, okay. So what we have done, we have used the slicer to connect all these charts. Now, if I slice, to slice through the entire data. So it's slicing and it's slicing. Okay, good. Now the next thing with the slicer, we want to make the number of columns 2. For now, the columns is just 1. So click on the slicer, go to slicer, and then we increase the number of columns to 2. Our slicer is this way. Okay. And we want the slicer to be somewhere here. We don't need the heading. So right click on the slicer, go to slicer settings, and uncheck this display header, and then click OK. So the slicer has this format. and we drag it down a little. We can extend it so we can see the write-up that is there. One is due for promotion, one is not due for promotion. Now we can format this slicer to look better. So click on the slicer, go to slicer, come to this point, and then say new slicer style. We want to create our own slicer. So the first thing is to click on the whole slicer and then click format. So that you understand it, I'll take it step by step. So we want to control this background, and you want the background to be the same color with this background. So come to fill, and that background should be level 2. So click on this one and then say okay, and then say okay. Nothing will happen. Just come here. We have created a slicer, click on it, and you can see we have changed the background to match with this background. So the next thing we want to do is want to paint, we want to have the color of the buttons. For now, it is black or gray. We want it to be purple. So we still click on the slicer again, select the slicer, come to slicer. The slicer that we have created, right click on it and say modify. With the whole slicer selected, we go to format. This time we want to edit the font. So click on the font, come to the colors, we change it to purple, we make it bold, and we say okay, and we say okay. We have changed the color. Now we want to work with the items when there is data. So still come again to slicer and we say modify. Now we go to selected item with data and we click on format. Now this time the field will make it this purple color, and we say okay. I just want to show us what will happen. If we click okay, it will give us this effect. So we have this. Now we need to change the text to white. So we come again, click on the slicer, and then we come again, slicer, we right click here and we say modify. We click on selected item with data, we come to format. This time the font, we want to make the font to be this light color, which is the purple color, and we make it bold and we say okay, and we say okay. So we have formatted the slicer. So this is a very easy way to make your slicer to match. I've seen people do designs and then the slicer, it's so just there. So I always recommend you can style your slicer to match with your dashboard. Okay, so we have this slicer. We want to bring in another slicer. So we click on this chart, and then we go to pivot chart analyze, insert slicer. This time, let's go to what if we take from department? So we go to department, and we say we want to see the different departments, and we click OK. The same thing too. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we select the number of columns be equals 6. Okay, and if we reduce this and we stretch it, okay, so we can see that we have the departments all listed. So we can right click here and then we say slicer. We don't want the heading, it should appear this way. Now the beautiful thing is when we design one slicer, we can use that one to replicate for everybody. So just click on it and come here and click this, and this is our slicer. Okay, so we bring this down a little. Okay, so for this class today, we'll just use 2 slicers. You can add more slicers. In the same way, too, I'll quickly ask us for questions. Before we switch to any topic, I'll ask us for questions. If there are no questions, we'll continue. So please, if you have questions up to this point, you can bring them up while I quickly edit this. If you have any question, can you just bring them up? Any question in the classroom, in the platform? Any question? So any question quickly. If there is no question, just say continue. Okay, any question? So far, what we've done the charts. We've also seen how to bring your slicers into your dashboard and then format it to match the design you're making. You haven't connected the second slicer together. Thank you, Mr. Albert. I'll quickly do that. Okay, so any other question? No question. We'll continue. So let's get to our design. The second slicer, Albert, thank you for that. So the second slicer, if we check, it controls only this chart. So let's make it to control all the charts. So clear filter from department, and then we do the reports connection the same way too. We connect all the points. So connect all so that you can control everything on the dashboard, and we click OK. So for example, we can quickly check for out of the in the different departments, we can check the number of persons in each of these departments, and we go on with it. The next part now, we want to work with the KPIs. Okay, so like I said, the whole intent of this class is to show some basic things that people do that may not be correct and how to correct them. I've seen people when they're doing their KPIs, they copy and paste. For example, the key KPI in this data is the number of employees, which is the 8. Some persons will come, click 8 here, copy and paste here. It is absolutely wrong, because when you do that, the slicers cannot control the KPI. So instead, we bring the KPI with a button, a shape, then we control it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to view and bring up the formula bar. So the formula bar is back up, and then we go to insert, and then we go to shapes, and we take a red rounded rectangle. Now throughout this design, I'm using rounded rectangle. If you check all, you get so that it's there is complementary designs. Okay, so we just adjust this a little, make the edge white, and we'll make it transparent. So we make the outline not white, the light pink, and we say the color, we say no fill. So it gives us this effect. So we click on this shape we just brought out. Okay, we need to come here first and extract these values. So to extract these values, this cell is A4 and this one is A5. So we just come here, click equal to A4. We've extracted that value. This one is B4, and this is C equals C4. This is equals D4, and then this is equals E4. Okay, so we come back to our dashboard. We click on the shape, and we come to the formula bar. We type equals. Then we come to the KPI, and we click on this, and we press enter. So we have 80 there. Now let's make it better. So we'll make the color, we increase the font size to, let's say, 16. You can change it based on your screen size. Then we'll make the color to be this light shade color. So we have it this way. We want to bring it down a little because we bring in an icon. So we shift it down so it appears this way. Now, see, if we slice those due for promotion, it will change to 19, and those not due for promotion, it will change to 61. Okay, very good. Now, this color that is showing brown, I'll show us how to correct it so that it does not affect our design because it's not part of the colors we need. Let's finish with this. Now, we need a small write-up here to say total employees. We can simply come here again and insert, just take a shape, and then we type inside of it total employees. Okay, and we right click on it and we say no fill. The outline we say no outline, and simply drag it to this point. So this is our total number of employees. So this becomes our KPI, and we need the second KPI is to have a chart that shows the total number of persons that are due for promotion. So we can bring in another shape, another of this shape, and we just draw it here. So we can make it this way. The same way to make the outline same color here, and we say the fill, no fill. So we have this effect. Now we go to promotion. We want to bring in these charts. Control C, and then we come here, Control V, and we bring it inside here. Okay, we want the charts to be inside here. So right click, and then we'll say outline, no outline. We'll say fill, no fill, and the chart is this way. So we click on the charts, and we don't want the two to be the same color. We want attention to be on this. So when I click once, both selected, but when I click the second time, I've selected only this one. So this one color should be bright. Say outline, no outline. Then this second one, the second chart, the color should be dark. Okay, and we say outline, no outline. While we are doing this, we want attention to be paid to this one. So we click on the data labels, go to font, go to, let's use this one, and then we make it bold, and we say okay. Then we also click on this one, and we go to font, I will say this color, and we'll say okay. So we have the two colors. We don't need this line. So right click on this and we say no outline. So it will appear this way. We can close this gap a little. Okay. So this is our second KPI. So you can see if we're doing our presentation, now if you say in finance department, okay, finance department, we have 12 persons in finance department, 5 due for promotion, 7 not. If we go to HRO, if we go to IT department, if we go to marketing department, if we go to operations, and if we go to sales department, okay, then if we clear the filter, if we go to promotion, those that are due for promotion and those that are not due for promotion. So we also clear the filter. So we say clear filter. Now let's see with the finished work. Okay, so this is more of a sample. And like I will normally say, if you have questions, just prepare the questions at the point I'll break for us to ask our questions. So the next thing we want to do quickly is to bring in the icon. We'll bring in an icon, and in this case, we'll use a moving icon. So I'll show us how to do that. But before we do that, let's quickly bring in the title of our work. So in this case, the name of the company, let's just call it ABC Limited. So we need a shape to do that. So insert, let's bring in the name of the company. Will it fit here? Okay, so we can bring it and do it inside this point. So you can see the name of the company, ABC Limited. And we can increase the font size. Let's see. Font size, increase it to 24. Okay, let's say 28, make it bold, and we make the color. Let's pick this color. Okay, so ABC Limited. And we remove the outline. So we say no outline. You can say no field, ABC Limited. Then we can do a duplicate of it. This is a HRO analysis. HRO analysis. Okay, then we change the font size. And we make the color this. HRO analysis. Then the period under review, and simply click this one. Then we'll say 2016 to 2024. Okay, so this can stand for our title, the title of our dashboard. So let me show us how to work with icons. We want to bring in icon before we do the last part, which is the analysis, the insights. So to bring in an icon in Excel, if you go to insert, you will see icons. In this case, we want to bring an animated icon, just like we have here. So there's a website called Flat Icon. In that website, we can download icons that we need. Flat icon. I've copied the name and I've added it. So if you check the screen, you see it's flat icon. Okay, so in flat icon, what you do when you come to icon, change this one to animated. Animated means we need something that is moving. And let us search for team. So when we search for team, okay, to make it very fast, you can pick this one. So let's pick this particular one, and then just click on download. Now we want to download it as a GIF file. So click on GIF. Good, it is downloaded. So I come back to Excel, my dashboard, and I don't need this formula bar for now. So I turn off the formula bar. Okay, so I come to insert. Go to insert, go to pictures and select from device. Now from device, for me, the download went to the image went to my download. So this is it, and I click on download and I click on insert. This is the image. Okay, so this shape is, excuse me, distorted. So what we can simply do now, we need to remove this white background so that it will blend very well. So click on pictures. Let me bring it this way so that we'll see what we're doing. So click on picture format, go to color, and then click set transparent color. Click on it and come here, just click on the whites. The color is out, so we have the image this way, and we'll shift it to fit in here. Now we don't want the color this way, we want the color, we want it to have our purple, maintain our purple color. So still come to purple again, and let's pick this one. Let's see. Okay, let's pick the first one. Let's see what it will appear like. So if we bring it here, okay, so you can see we have that. And so the last part of our discussion for today is to talk about insights. I've seen a lot of persons in doing presentations like this, or analyzing their data, doing their reports on maybe LinkedIn or other platforms. I've seen a lot of persons do what is called observation. They just report the observation. Let me explain what I mean. For example, they will say, we discovered that we have more of married people than single people because we have 46 or 32. We have more in terms of the age. We have more persons between 28 and 34. In terms of the employment history, it is dropping. In terms of employees, we discover Anambra has 9. Now, when you do this, you're just reporting your observation. As data analysts, please, you need to get beyond this. That is not insight. So in the next section, I'll just show us quickly how to discuss, how to bring out insight from this data so that you don't just end up reporting your observation in the name of doing insights. So that's the next part I want us to quickly handle. So I'm getting to YouTube now. Let's look at the questions. So you can quickly drop your questions. Let's take questions before we proceed. Questions. Okay, so I'm here. Questions. Come up with your questions. So let me start with this. Please, for the state of origin, why don't you use map? Okay, no, so no problem. You cannot use map. Now, map, we need to extract the data from the pivot table. Now, since this is an open class and we don't have that luxury of time, that's why I did not extract the data from the pivot table. If not, map will be very good. The sample I showed us, the one we do in my community, in my class, is map that we use. Okay, somebody said, must we insert a text box? Okay, Mr. Isaac, you need to specify where are you talking about? How do you determine your KPIs? Okay, your KPIs, these are values that actually summarize everything in the data we're analyzing. If we go to our Excel dashboard, in this particular case, the KPI, we said what are the information that when the owners of the business see that particular data, it summarizes everything. So one, the total number of employees is a KPI because it's a HRO data. Two, they want to know those that are due for promotion. So the total number of persons due for promotion is also a KPI. Other KPIs now are secondary. These two are the main KPIs. For example, we can add total salary, average age, average years of service. These ones are additional KPIs. Okay, then so you did not add the map like you promised on the state of origin. Okay, okay, so state of origin map. Okay, so quickly, let me show us how to work with map, but to not add it on the dashboard because of time. Let me just show us quickly how to add map to your work. So go to the states, and let me copy this data and then just paste here. In this particular one, I want to remove the top 10. So I want to remove the filter, clear filter, so it will show us everything. Okay, so to do what we just asked for now, first, you can't do map with a pivot chart. If I click here, then I come to pivot and I go to charts. If I go to map, it will not, it's showing that you can't create map with a pivot table. So you need to extract it to a normal table. So this is 820. So let's just say this is equals 820. Okay, and then we drag this down. I'm extracting the entire table, and then we drag it this way. So we have the table. So this will be the states, and then this will be the total. Now, if we select this, and then we go to insert, and then we go to maps, and then we click on map. your system needs to be connected to the internet because Google has to search to. So that's the map. That's how it's very easy. So with this map, we can take the map to the dashboard to replace that. Is that okay? So in this case, we also want to use the top 5 states in our analysis. That's why we use this one. That is how to add a map. So we can replace this with the map. Okay, any other question? Any other question before we get? Okay, you also promised to link one dashboard to another. Okay, because of time, we will not be able to do that. But let me show you how to do it. It's nothing complicated. So, okay, let me do this. So all the promises I made, remind me and will fulfill all of them. Okay, I did not plan to do map, but somebody said, I said, so I'm doing it. Now somebody said I promised to show us how to link the pages. Now, so let's assume that we have 2 pages in our dashboard. So I'll just duplicate this other dashboard. So let's duplicate this other dashboard. So I create a copy of it. Okay, so in this second dashboard, I want to call this one, I want to rename it to link. Let's just call it link. Okay, so I want to link this to dashboard. Maybe here you see information about the 80 employees. Here you see information about the 19 employees. So let's just create color difference. Let's just bring in color difference. So I can just change one color so that it would be obvious that we did this. Let me see how this will appear. Okay, so let me take this red color. Okay, so we have this. Now to create the particular link, we need a shape. We just convert the shape to a body. So let's bring a shape and let's put just one shape here. Where do we have it now? So this will distort our design. Okay, so I can do something. I can use icons to do it. So I bring this here. I bring an icon. So, go to insert. Bring an icon that we call home. Okay, so let's look for an icon for home. So let me see, use something we've been using. Let me use let's use this icon. So we want this icon to be here. So let's zoom in and I want it to be inside this. Okay, so our button first we say no outline, and then we make 2 copies of it. So we have a second one. So this icon, we want it inside here. Okay, open my screen. I need to, sorry. Oh. Okay, so right click on this and we change the color to this. We have one here. Good. Then we bring another icon. So let's say let's just take this one because of time. Okay, we say insert and we bring it up to this point. Okay, so we drag it to the middle and we right click and then we say fill with this color. So the idea is when you click on this button, so we need to group these 2. Okay. So we need to group these 2. Just right click and then say group. Then we also need to group these 2. Right click and then say group. Then we copy these 2. Copy it, go to this other dashboard, and we also place it here. Okay. So in the home screen, the idea is When you click on this, it should take you to this dashboard. When you click on this, it is home. When you click on this one, it takes you to this dashboard. So we come to this one that we want. Right click on it and then say link. Now we'll say place in this document. So this current document, we want to link it to the dashboard, and then we click OK. Simple. So when we click on it, it takes us to this dashboard. So here we want, when you click on this one, it takes us to home. It's the full screen. So we right click on this and then we say link, place in this dashboard. It should take us to dashboard, and we click OK. So when you click on this, it takes you to home. When you click on this, it takes you to the other dashboard. Okay, question answered, right? I've answered that question. Okay, any other question? Make your screen full. Yeah, thank you. I've done that now. Okay, is there any other thing I promised that I've not done so that I can quickly do it? How would you know when a data set needs two dashboard? In this case, specifically, the one we did in class, this data, we actually did two dashboard, one for HRO, one for those that are due for promotion. So the one for HRO, you'll see the entire HRO distribution. The one for those that are due for promotion, the total here is 19. So everything here is designed to the 19 persons that are due for promotion. So when the data has to do with more than one analysis, we need to do more than one dashboard. Okay, please maximize the screen. I've done that. Okay, so let's get to the last part of our discussion for today. The last part of our discussion has to do with the difference between insights and just reporting observations. So in today's class, that's what I taught them, and I'll bring it up here. Now, before I continue, let me also mention that I started a new program, a mentorship program, because I've discovered that yes, a lot of persons are building career when it comes to data analytics, but there's one challenge in terms of the way they build, the way they hand the number of projects that they have completed and whether they have portfolios or not. So I started a program. It started, I think, 2-3 days ago, where I'm building. It's a mentorship program, and it's for 1 month, just 4 weeks. Within the 4 weeks, the idea is that you should build 4 projects and take these 4 projects to build a portfolio. So this presents you anytime, anywhere as a complete data analyst. And for those that have already subscribed, they can tell the difference in terms of what we do in there. In terms of the number of projects we have covered, like this first day, they have started their first project, and each person is supposed to finish a particular step in the data analytics process every day. And then I give them feedback, immediate feedback, that this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. The program is a paid program, it's not free. So I'm doing a lot of free classes. So if I say I have a paid program, it's nothing strange. So the idea, I'll just drop the link on the description section. You can click it anytime. Or if you go to my Facebook, you see the full details. Let me just go to Facebook and then copy the description and then add to Ross. So if you're interested, I can help you build a 4-year data analytics portfolio in 4 weeks. How? I want to mentor only 10 individuals. Duration is 4 weeks, and the accomplishment is 4 portfolio projects. Your role, each week you will be, sorry, I need to do this full screen. So each week you will receive a data analytics business brief to complete and submit. My role is to provide mentorship and guidance. So this is a class for those in need of mentorship. So whether you're beginning or you're already an analyst, this will really help you. You'll work on 4 portfolio projects while I provide direction and assistance. And the tool that we use is Excel 2019-2021, and the fee is 10,000. It's just for 1 month. And if you're interested, fill out the form. So if you check my Facebook, this is me on Facebook. If you check me on Facebook, or if you check me on LinkedIn, you will see the details. So this is it. I'm sending it to everybody. Because of privacy, I would have opened my WhatsApp I would have said, let me open the community to show us what we're working on already. But one of the projects, the first project, let me just give us a clue. The first project that we're working on is this particular car project. There's a particular car project, and I'm giving us a sample of the dashboard. This dashboard is not designed by me or us, but we love the concept. So we want to take this concept and from here build. I want to add, more class to the way we design dashboard. This is the first project we're working on. So imagine building 4 projects within 4 weeks. You can subscribe to the program. Like I said, it's a paid program. It's not free. And you can guess what we do there in the community. And I told people that have subscribed, if after the first day you just discover you don't have value, you can do 100% refund of your money. And we have done 3 days already. We have done 3. So we have done 3 groups already, and they have started. And it's interesting. Nobody has asked for refund because of what we are doing in the group. Yes, we have this open program we do on YouTube, but there are some persons that I know that they want to take it a step further, and I invite them. So that is the invitation. So I'm inviting you. Check my Facebook. You'll see the post, or check this particular link to join this class. I would love to meet with you in a different settings. So I'm dropping that as a link in the description section. Also, you can also click and then join the class. So that was just a short brief. Now let's get back to our discussion. The last part for today, we want to talk about insights and findings. Now, what are the different insights we can bring to the business owner based on this data? So we're talking about insights. We need to understand clearly that if my job is just to build charts, then I have not done anything as a data analyst. Anybody can build charts, but my job as a data analyst is to be able to bring useful information that will help the business, either the business owner to make better decisions, or will help the business to achieve one of his objectives. So in this case, let's start. Now, the first insight, I'll separate observation and insight. Observation is we have Anambra 9, Imo 6, Kano 6, Abia 5, Ebonyi 5, and Delta 5. So this is just observation. To report that is not very okay. If we check very well, most of the states here are states from the eastern part of Nigeria. So our first observation from this data, one of the things that we can quickly observe when reporting HRO now, is that most of the employees are from the eastern states, if there is any reason for that. Number 2 observation, somebody can observe that, okay, we discovered that we have more females between 31 to 34 and more males between 26 to 31. Or we can say, if we take these 2, somebody can report, okay, we have more persons between 28 and 34 years. This is observation. Please go past the stage where you just report observation. Are we together? So this is just reporting observation, that we discover that a lot of persons are between 28 and 34 years. Now, what is what is expected of a data analyst? Now, this is what you should do. Now, I want to give you insight. Insight goes like this. We discover that a lot of persons are between 28 and 34. Now, what are the characteristics of people between 28 and 34 that will help the business? 1, people between 28 and 34, they are young adults, likely newly married, recently married, and some of them may have children between 1 to 5 years, and they may have between 1 to 2 children. Some of the things to people within this age, they are interested in career, in growth of their career. They're interested in multiple sources of income. Finance is one thing that gets their attention. So let's say somebody that was a single person by 28 or by 29, he's just got married, so he's 30, and now he has a child, so he needs more money to be able to take care of family. So, and these people between 28 and 34, they can easily travel. Maybe if it's for the ladies, let's say the ladies in Lagos, but the husband is Abuja, so she can relocate easily. So these are the things these are the insights from the data, which is different from just saying that we discover a lot of persons are between 28 and 34. So please move beyond just reporting observation and get to the point where you now give insight. Insight is where you now ask why or what can we get from this particular observation we have made. So having this information, we can then, that is one. So I've given us 2. 1, we have done something from the state of origin, which is this part. 2, we have done something from the age and the gender. I will not do all. I'll just pick, let me pick 1 more. 3, if we come to this part, we will now discover that majority, a greater part of the salary, 21 and 33 out of it is like 60-something percent. So a greater percentage of their salary falls between very low and low. Now, if you have a lot of persons working in the company, that there are young people and increase in salary is one of their concerns, and the salary distribution in the company is towards very low and low, that is something that the company should look into, because if these persons, they look outside and they discover that other companies, the salary is high, they will leave easily. So that is what we call insight. So when reporting our recommendation, when presenting our recommendation, we'll tell the company something like this, that, okay, look at the industry. This company is an IT company. So look at the IT companies, as in companies in the same industry with you, and then check their salary, what it is like for the different positions. Now, if it is the same, if it is lower than what you pay, then we will recommend that you increase your salary. If not, the other companies, they may, your staff may apply there, or they may come take your staff. That's number one. Two, if you do your research and you discover that your salary is the same with their own, then very good. You can add some simple incentives to make them also appreciate the fact that they're working with your company. Number two observation we can also make, that since these people are young people between 28 and 34, these people are career minded. So you can support their career, the development of their career. For example, if they have to register for professional courses, if they have to, maybe some of them might want to take programs while they are working, they are doing part-time programs to also boost. So things that will help them as they build their career. So these are examples of insights we can build from this data. Now, the second part of the analysis is where the company says they want to promote those that have worked in the company 7 and 8 years. Now, when we click due for promotion, and we see the 19 people that are due for promotion, in this part, based on time, I'll just present only one insight so that we can close for today. Now, let's pay attention to this. Now, when we have the full data, you can see the distribution of employees across the departments. To an extent, there's kind of equality, it's the same. But when we slice it through the data, we now discover that some departments have more people and some departments have less. For example, sales have only one person that will benefit from this promotion, while IT has up to 6. Now, when I discussed with my the students in class, one thing we painted was in HRO, we checked globally. HRO, there are some suggestions when it comes to promotion, and one of them is promotion should be based more on performance than on years of experience. So we can bring this, that, hello, owner of the company, promoting these people, it will cost, it may lead to most of your talents leaving the company. Why? Because some persons will feel not appreciated. It will create friction between the team. Some persons, let's say these IT persons that are 6, they are also from the East. So others will say, oh, is it because of their tribe or something? So, the other way, some persons in the sales department will feel that, oh, my effort is not appreciated. The only appreciation comes based on the years of service. So one, there is a general HRO knowledge that performance should be used for promotion. Two, seeing what is happening here, it will create issues within the system. So our second insight when it comes to due for promotion, our insight there will be that the company should create a way of assessing the performance of each member of staff, and that performance should be what they should use when it comes to promotion. They can also add the issue of years of service, but more concentration should be on the performance of the staff. So this is how we can build the create the insights and then build recommendation and report our data. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we have completed this project. In a way, we have gone through the project, we cleaned the data, we analyzed it, we created the models, and like I did just now, I taught us how to separate reporting observation to actually bringing up insights and recommendations. So I'll take up closing questions, and then if one is interested, can one still join? Okay, somebody said if one is interested, yes, you can still join. There's if you join this evening, that means you'll be assigned immediately, and then by the morning you have your first project. Okay. Is there another link outside Facebook? Yes, there is link on my LinkedIn. Let me bring up my LinkedIn. So for those following me on LinkedIn. So if you go to my LinkedIn, so this is my LinkedIn handle. It's one of the posts on my LinkedIn. I think it's either the second or the third post. If you go to my LinkedIn, you also see it there. So I'm dropping my LinkedIn handle there. But I've also dropped link to the where you can click the Google form. Now, if you can't do all this, if all of this sounds too long, I can make it very easy. Now, let me make it very easy. Now, the very easy option is this. Now, so the program is for 10,000 naira, and this is how to register. You just make payments into these accounts, and then you send your name to this WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp number, and my admin will take up from there and then add it to the group. So this is another option for the registration. So you can pay the 10,000 naira to the first bank account and then send proof of payment to our admin WhatsApp number. That's I also have access to that WhatsApp number, and you'll be added to the mentorship program. Okay, so somebody said, wow, such an eye opener. Oh, thank you very much, Beatrice. Thank you for this. Ever since I started learning data analytics, I knew it was beyond knowing how to use software. That's true. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Sylvester, how do you change the orange colors on the dashboard? Okay, I will show us how to change that orange color so it permanently. Okay, thank you for the. Okay, somebody said, thank you for the class. Very insightful. Thank you very much, everybody. Now, there are different ways you can encourage me, and I'll show that we are back. We are together in this. One is to pick data on Kaggle and different platforms and begin to practice. Please don't just learn. Please, I will always encourage you that practice is above a lot of things. So practice. Number two is always share what we do. You can share the project. You can invite others to join us. Then number three, if you want to support me, one of the ways you can support and encourage me is to be part of my mentorship program, because when you join the mentorship program, now I can see what you're doing and I can make absolute correction and then show you how to improve and how to connect with others. So that's the details to register for the program is online. I want you to register now. There are certain things you don't have to think for like 3 days or 5 days before you decide. This one, just 1 month, you can accomplish what will take an average person 4 years, 4 complete projects down to the portfolio. Okay, thank you very much. Somebody said how to work on that color permanently. So let me bring it up. Now to change this color. So this is the question. When we slice this color changes. Now, why? Is because the color is set to automatic. Let me show us. So we change it from automatic. Now what we do is, so we click on this, double click on one of them, then go to format data points. Now in format data points, if you go to color, if you go to fill, you see that the color is set to automatic. So we just change it to solid fill. That's just it. Change it to solid fill. You still maintain the same color. Click the second one. You can see it's in, so we change it to solid fill. And then the third one. Now if you slice, so now you check now if you slice the data, the color is not changing again. This particular one. So let's go do the same thing to this other one. So just remove the slicer, clear the slicer. Okay, so click on the charts and then say format data series. Simply just change it from automatic to solid fill. Then make sure this one is set to solid fill. That is it. So if you changed, slice it now, the color is just one. It's not changing again. Okay, any other question? We've come to the end of the class for today. I hope you got value from the class. What are the benefits of the program? It's listed. Can you give? Okay, so let me take, we have 5 minutes. Let me quickly take the questions. Okay, so somebody said, thank you for the class. Very insightful. Thank you, Ejiba Chichi. Comfort said, generating insight is a game changer. Yes, that's one thing I needed people to clarify, because I've seen a lot of things. Most of us know that I do this competition always online on LinkedIn. So people that submitted, I've seen their reports, and most persons just document their observations, no insight at all. Okay, now, okay, Ejiba, yes, thank you. I've confirmed. Ejiba said join right away. Ejiba, thank you very much. You get the confirmation. And then Ruben said, thank you so much for always pouring out words. Okay, thank you. Jiba joining. Somebody said full screen. Samuel said, can you give us real life data sets to work on? Yes, as an assignment for people in my mentorship program, 50% of the data we use, they are real data sets. What are the benefits of joining the program? I've just highlighted the benefits to Ross. The benefit is you get to build projects, you get to build your portfolio, and you get to learn from me directly. So I'm like your mentor. Mr. I think, okay, that's Rita. Rita, will you not want me to be your mentor? So if you want me to be your mentor, yes, take that as a benefit. Okay, very insightful class, Sylvester, and Richard said thank you for the class, very informative. Not to say thank you so much. And is the slicer connected to the other linked dashboard? And is it slicing affects this other dashboard also? So yes, it affects every item because it's the same data sets that they're all connected to, and even the KPIs too, they are the same. Okay, and which other question? I really got value from the class. I will definitely practice it. I practiced that of last week too. Okay, thank you very much. So on a closing note, I will drop this again. Once again, I want us to sign up for this program. Pick your phone now. Now, don't think about it. Don't think to do it tomorrow. Do it now. Now, hit the iron. You hit it while it is red, while it is hot. The account number is there. It's 2018-321155 is the first bank account. Just pay the 10,000 naira, then send pay the 10,000 naira, then send your proof of payment, your name to this WhatsApp. You get this class is more than 10,000 naira, considering it's for a period of 1 month, and the project every day. When I mean every day, inclusive of Sunday, there's a project that you have to work on. And each of these projects is not like a class, it's a mentorship where you will be the one to build it. So we're not like relying on the instructor. You build it. Now, based on what you build, I will now correct you. So instead of doing the normal one where I will teach you, do you get and you do it? No, this one you'll be given a task. When you do it based on your level of knowledge, I will now say this is how to do it. Now, the second benefit is this, that for each of the projects, I have a video. So that video is not public. It's not on YouTube. It's not anywhere. It's exclusive. So for each of the project, there's a video. So when you finish, I'll then send the video to you and I say, okay, so watch this video on a correct way. So if there's any correction you have to do. Okay, so thank you very much. I would love to see us register. I need at least 10 persons so that I can start another mentorship program by the morning. See you next week for our next class. Remember to invite others. Thank you and have a fine week ahead.